Hey, my name is Frank and you're welcome to TVL, the Vocal Lexicon. Now today I'm going to be talking about the other two female voice types that we have. You've heard about soprano, right? And probably you've heard about mezzo soprano and alto. I'll make it all clear now. And it's very important that as a singer in a group, in a choir, in a band, that you really know your voice type and not just guess. And in knowing your voice type is not just range you used to determine your voice type. There are also other things like where your voice shines best, blossoms best. If your voice blossoms at the top, maybe you call yourself a soprano, you can reach C6 and your voice blossoms at the top, then perhaps you're a soprano singer, and so on, okay? So it's very important that you sit in the right place, because what I found out in some choirs is that, some of these singers, they just guess, ooh, I'm a soprano singer, so I'm gonna sit with the soprano voices. Now, if that person is really not a soprano, because soprano voices need to hit a certain range. If that person is not a soprano voice, and there's a couple of them in there, because there's a lot of people who don't really know their parts, but sit anywhere they want to and just guess. So you need someone who really knows, like a keyboardist, to tell you your range and maybe has a knowledge of voice types, because range is not enough to determine your voice type. There are other things like tessitura, your tone, your timbre, and a couple of other things, okay? So let's say this person who's really a contralto voice go and sit with the soprano voices. Do you know what will happen? Let me take this line for instance. How great thou art! You see? So instead of that, if there's a couple of people there who don't really know their parts and are not sitting in the right place, but are sitting in the soprano because they think they're soprano, what you get is, how great thou art! So you're not really getting the result. You hear other choir, get when they sing, and you're wondering, as a coordinator, as a leader of the group, you'll be wondering what's going on. You see, and it could lead to all kinds of problems, even frustration. That alto singer is this actually, which is C6, is supposed to be the highest, or around there, the highest of a natural soprano singer. And they sing that high and are still comfortable, So if a contralto singer sits there, they don't reach here. What do you expect? Struggling voices who cannot hit the range with full tone the way you expect them to. And also the fact that you can reach high and low, like me, I can comfortably reach, say A5 and even C6 and beyond. And I can go as low as a third octave or second octave. Now, even though I can reach all this range, you cannot say I have all the voices, because I cover everything, both contralto, tenor, and soprano. I cover all the range. But that's why I said range is not enough. There are other things like from here to here, where does my voice shine best? For me, it's still the male area. I won't be singing here and stay there. I may go there sometimes because songs have notes that go up and come down. So a few of them might go there. And because I have a wide range, that's a bonus. I can go there, but stay more here, the lower parts, where my voice blossoms or shines best, or where I'm most powerful. Okay, let's talk about the other two female voice types. Okay, you may need to watch the other two videos I did. One of them, I talked about soprano voice, and the other one, I majored on the ranges of all these kind of voice types. And if you need to know the voice types again, I'll start from the highest to lowest. So the highest soprano voices, then we have the mezzo soprano voices, and then we have the contralto voices. That's it for the females, contralto voices, which most people call alto voices, but contralto is the right technical name, okay? Alto is a part, okay? It's a singing part, not a kind of voice, okay? So then let's carry on. We have the countertenor after the contralto voices, and then we have the tenor, and then we have the baritone, and then we have the bass. Okay, so the reason I said voice type is different from parts is that any of these voices I just mentioned can be assigned to sing any part what determines the part they sing is actually the key of the song. So a soprano voice may be asked to sing the high tenor because in that key, the high tenor is around their range and the melody may be off their range. The melody may be really low, so the tenor voices may need to sing the melody of the song. Do you get it now? So voice type is different from parts. So the mezzo-soprano is the middle female voice type. Remember at the top we have soprano, okay, and then we have this one, mezzo-soprano, and it's probably the most common of all the, the most common when we talk about female voice types, because most ladies fall in this category. And in this category, mezzo-soprano, we have 3 types of mezzo-sopranos. The first one is coloratura mezzo-soprano. You see these terms I'm using here, I explained them in the video I talked about soprano voice type, so you may need to go there and watch it, okay? So we have the coloratura mezzo-soprano. This kind of mezzo-soprano is agile, is rich, and is bright. And then we have the lyric mezzo-soprano. This kind of mezzo-soprano is strong, is flexible, and is lachrymose. And then the final one is dramatic mezzo-soprano. This kind of mezzo-soprano is rich, is powerful, and is imposing. Okay, and then an example of a mezzo-soprano singer is Audria McDonald or Karen Carpenter. Okay, the next one is contralto, which is the final, the lowest female singing voice. Okay, so contralto is a term used to describe a female vocal classification or vocal FACH, F-A-C-H. FACH describes, these voice types. Again, in another video I did, the one I did of soprano, I explained this very well. The origin of voice types, where it came from, how it came about, okay, and other things. Okay, so you may need to go there, watch it, and come back to this. Okay, so contralto is different from the term alto because contralto is used to describe the voice type. Alto is a part, okay? Alto is an Italian word which actually means high. So alto is a part, not a singing voice. But generally, people call it alto voices. Hey, okay, altos, sit here. Generally, most people call it that, but the real name is contralto. When you talk about alto, you're talking about a part, okay? Okay, great. Contralto is the lowest female voice, like I said. A contralto singer can be qualified as a male and a female singer vocally because it's really low, okay? So they can be qualified as a male or female singer vocally. So we have 2 categories in this contralto voice type. So we have dramatic alto. Dramatic alto is powerful, is full, and is metallic. And then we have low contralto. Low contralto has these qualities: is low, is full, and is warm. Okay? So you may need to watch this video again. You need to watch the other 2 videos because there's a whole lot of things I didn't say here I said in those ones, and I didn't say in those ones that I'm saying in this one. So it's all together. So I hope you understood, you got it. If you have any question, don't forget to post it or type it in the comment section. And don't forget, I talked about I'm gonna be in the O2 Arena to perform, all right, on the 8th, 9th, and 10th of September. So if you like to be there, send me an email, send it to the vocal lexicon at ymail.com. And finally, you can go to my website and download vocal training audios or programs that will help you. It will seem as if somebody is there, a vocal coach is there one-on-one with you, teaching you, okay? So you may want to visit www.thevocallexicon.com and download it, very low price. All right, see you next time and keep practicing. Bye-bye.